Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning back in. Just when you thought all the C8 news has been out there, there's nothing more to find out about this car, guess what? Now we have more news. It seems that there has been another variation of the C8 Corvette spied out in the wild testing. Now, if you look at the photos that we have here, it's out in the snow, but I don't know why you would test a car of, a performance car out in the snow, but anyway, it's heavily camouflaged. They're obviously trying to hide a lot of stuff. The rear fenders are clearly much wider. It almost looks like it has a wide body kit on it. And if you look at those tires, they're massive. Those are fat tires. I mean, they're huge. Obviously, this isn't a base model C8. This is clearly got to be like a Z06 or a ZR1, maybe the Grand Sport. I don't want to say it's a Grand Sport though, because if I recall correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, the Grand Sport always came out after the Z06. So I believe this could be a Z06 model, not the ZR1. I don't really see this being a ZR1 already, but maybe they're testing the Z06 out. I'm not too sure. I'm pretty convinced though it's not going to be the Grand Sport. Now that being said, there's still a lot of people that think the Z06 is going to be powered by a flat plane crank V8 that's putting out roughly 600 or more horsepower. With the flat plane, it's going to rev up probably to 8,000, maybe more. But anyway, the powertrain is not really the big story here. It's the car itself. If you can see past a lot of this camouflage, there is something covering the hood. Now, obviously, we know the hood is not actually where the engine is. It's in the back, but it looks like there's some kind of ducting or vent or something, maybe for the radiators in the front, that's helping extract air somehow. I don't know. I can't figure this out myself. I'm strictly looking on the picture. But it looks like it's definitely a different hood. It's definitely different fenders. The tires are massive. I mean, this looks like it's definitely the upgraded model of some sort. Again, I don't believe that this is the ZR1 model. That's just my personal opinion. No, I think this could be the Z06. We know the C8 Z51 wore 305 tires in the back. The C7 Grand Sport had 335s. This definitely is wider than the 305s that are on the C8. You can obviously see that. Now, if they are the 335s or maybe wider, I don't know, but these are huge tires. So nothing about this tells me that it's something other than extraordinary. Now, clearly this is another prototype. GM is trying really hard to cover it up. They're doing a pretty good job, but there are just some things you're not going to be able to hide. And those fenders and tires are one of them. So, regardless of what model this ends up being, it's definitely an upgrade from the base C8 or even the Z51, which we are still waiting to get our hands on. I know so many people have put their orders in, and then we had the strike. We had the plant shut down for, what was it, 8 weeks? Something like that, 7 weeks? I think it was something, I don't know. Whatever the number was, it was shut down. It really put production on a hold and really delayed a lot of people's deliveries of the C8, which they were hoping to have now in another week or two, something like that. But either way, it's really kind of pushed things back. A lot of people had canceled their orders because of it, which really kind of sucks because, let's face it, it was a huge deal. The new mid-engine Corvette, we got to have it. Let's get it in. Let's get it done. And now we're still waiting. But if I'm wrong and you did receive your C8 Corvette already, drop your comment down below and say something. Let us all know if they're actually hitting the showroom floors yet, if somebody's actually taking delivery, because there's a lot of people that have it. And I've personally talked to one or two that have really gotten upset with the fact that they're still weeks upon weeks out and considered canceling their order. But as they say, good things come to those who wait. But then again, when you're waiting for your dream car, patience is a virtue, and not many people have it. So what do these new spy photos tell us? That means that there's going to be a lot more leaks, there's going to be a lot more photos, there's going to be a lot more information coming on the new performance C8, whatever it's going to be, the Z06, the ZR1, the Grand Sport, who knows. But they're obviously going to start leaking more information out about that as time comes in the near future. Now, with that out of the way, we're going to get into our bit of mini news. We're going to go from Corvette to Mustang here. Now, if you are familiar with the movie Bullitt, you know, the one that Steve McQueen drove, that 68 Mustang fastback in the car chase against the Dodge Charger. This movie car, the very movie car that Steve McQueen drove, went up for auction at Mecum just a couple days ago, and it pulled $3.4 million, making it the most expensive Mustang to date. I mean, I knew this car was going to pull big money, but I honestly didn't think it was going to pull $3 million plus. I kind of expected, you know what, maybe $2 million, 2.2, not 3.4. That's an absolutely insane number. But you are getting a huge, huge piece of automotive movie history. It is probably one of the most famous car chases in any and all movies out there. Steve McQueen himself drove it. I think that's kind of what put the price tag up where it is. I mean, Steve McQueen's car. I mean, he ranks up there almost with Carroll Shelby. So maybe I shouldn't be so surprised. So if you're a fan of the Bullitt movie or you have a Bullitt, drop a like on the video. If you don't, drop a like on the video anyway. You know it deserves it. Come on, hit that subscribe button too while you're at it. Make sure you hit the bell notification so you know every time a new video drops, and I'll catch you next time.